He was a loving dog. He loved his master. They went on daily walks, daily routines. They were never not without each other. He loved his treats. He just loved life. One day, Waffles' master died. No one could take care of him anymore. He was sent to the shelter. He went from a family, big house, to a cage, alone, afraid, abandoned. He was days away from being sent to the death shelter in Richmond to be euthanized. On this current day, my sister decided to walk into the shelter, and she laid her eyes on Waffles. It was love at first sight. She brought him home, and he is now named Teddy Waffles. He has a second chance at life. I can't imagine my life without him. He's my nephew. He loves my dog. He is the best dog, and he brings such happiness to all of our lives. According to the Humane Society, 2.7 million dogs and cats in the United States are euthanized every year, simply because there's too many dogs and animals and too few people willing to adopt. We need to adopt rather than shop for our pets. Today, I want to talk about the common misconceptions about adoption and why it may deter people from adopting. Second, I want to talk about the importance of adoption and why we need to make sure that we do not support companies and industries that support puppy mills that are thriving. Third, I want to talk about the benefits of adopting. I want you all to understand the misconceptions about adoption that may deter people from adopting. There's many misconceptions out there, but let's talk about the three main ones. The first misconception is that the buyers do not know what they are getting if they go into a shelter. Well, that's simply not the case. Shelters are more likely to know the personalities, the temperaments, and the behaviors of these dogs than if you were to go and buy one. They spend weeks at a time training these animals and staying with them. Shelter staff are more likely to tell the adopter what this pet is like, the personality, the behaviors, because what do they have to lose? They want to ensure that this dog has a good fit for their home. They don't want to see that animal back in the shelter. Pet stores, they just care about your money. They don't care if you're a good fit. The second misconception is that buyers don't want badly behaved pets. All animals at shelters are bad or misbehaved, that's why no one wants them. That's not the case. In fact, most animals are in shelters due to owners, landlords not allowing pets anymore, owners dying, such as in Waffles' case, family member developing an allergy, or simply because the family changes their mind. Only 8% of cats and 10% of dogs are in shelters because of misbehavement. And like I said earlier, the shelter, they will tell the adopter what their behaviors are like before you adopt the animal. The third misconception that buyers may have is they want a purebred. They don't want to go to the shelter because they want a purebred, a Labrador, a golden retriever. Well, shelters actually have purebreds. 25% of all animals in shelters actually have purebreds. So there's options out there for everyone. You don't need to go and buy a purebred. You can adopt one. Now that we know some misconceptions about adoption, I want to talk about the importance of adoption and why we need to prevent us going from pet stores, because we want to prevent people from supporting industries like puppy mills. You may ask, what is a puppy mill? According to the Humane Society, puppy mills are factory-style breeding facilities that put profit before the welfare of the animals. I did some research, And this is what I found about puppy mills. Animals from puppy mills are housed in shockingly poor conditions, as you can see here. They have improper medical care and are often very sick and behaviorally troubled as a result. The moms of these puppies are bred over and over and over again for years without any human companionship and little hope of ever having a family of their own. What happens when they are no longer profitable? They're either killed, abandoned, or sold at an auction. Most puppies in pet stores or sold online come from places like this. Because of the inbreeding and the filthy conditions of these puppy mills, they often produce animals with serious health problems, which typically result in hefty vet fees and more money spent from you guys. Pet stores generally do not socialize their animals. The puppies develop behavioral problems which do not make them ideal pets for families. Puppy mills will continue to operate until you stop supporting them. If you adopt a pet, you can guarantee not a dime goes to an industry like this. I know I will never support a puppy mill. I cannot live with myself knowing that I support an industry that promotes suffering and animals willing to die for their profit. I would rather support an industry like this that takes pride in caring and rescuing animals. Could you live with yourself if you supported a puppy mill? So adoption is the option. Adoption has a lot of benefits. Personal and financial benefits. Some of the personal benefits are you get another family member, like Waffles. You get a best friend. You provide yourself with a sense of self-worth. You have less feelings of loneliness and isolation. Adoption is great for your health. It lowers your blood pressure, it lowers cholesterol and triglyceride levels. It also reduces your risk of heart disease. The financial benefits are adoption's cheap. $200 versus $2,000. And that $200 includes vaccinations, microchipped, spayed, neutered already. $2,000 just gives you the dog. Look, I'm not barking up the wrong tree here. We have an issue and we need to fix it. We cannot and will not fall in the trap of the misconceptions of adoption. We need to take a stand against puppy mills, and we cannot forget the benefits of adopting a pet. Remember Teddy Waffles? He is alive because someone did not go and buy him. He is alive because someone saved him. Someone had a heart and went and rescued him, and he has a second life. So, I urge you all, and I want you to remember, you cannot buy love, but you can adopt it. I urge you to consider adoption, save an innocent life. Please go to your local pet shelter in Hayward at 16 Barnes Court, Hayward, California. Their hours, 1 to 5. They're open today. Please, go today.